It's it's times like this that it's so good to be your own person and to put out things into the world that you know you can stand behind. Listen, we're talking about the fact that Xbox raised console game prices and accessories, okay? First of all, let's get the accessories out of the way. I don't care because I'm never going to buy an Xbox accessory. If you guys care about that, great. Obviously, it's bad that it is raising prices. I don't give a fuck. Okay, next, let's talk about the games. Certain games from Xbox are going to be 80 US dollars. Hey, you know what? Let me stand behind my own words, okay? Because in April, which was only last month, Jesus Christ, whew, time flies. I said, referring to the Nintendo games, I said, nah, I'm not against $80 games, which I'm not. I'm against $80 Nintendo games, okay? And the reasons I cited is that they don't have the same budget or production value. They still don't do thorough voice acting, for example. They can't write good stories for shit that doesn't need to be explained. They never go on sale. And again, the visuals are abysmal. Now, listen, I want this to be on record. I am not happy with price increases. I'm not going to defend them. I'm fine. However, one thing that I've always said is a company is allowed to charge. They're allowed to charge whatever they want for the product. And I'm allowed to pay whatever I think is acceptable. This goes for Nintendo as well. They're allowed to charge $80 for their games. It's just that I will never pay for them because they will never drop much lower than that and they will never be worth that to me. Nintendo games are barely worth $40 to me. Barely. That's a stretch for me. You understand? Like for me, even Breath of the Wild, which I loved, I love Breath of the Wild. That was a $35 experience. Let's be honest. The reason that I got to play Breath of the Wild is because I didn't pay for it. Like I have a little brother. My little brother, he was a big Nintendo fan at the time. His father, mine also, bought him Breath of the Wild. So he didn't pay for it. I didn't pay for it. I got to enjoy it. But if I had to pay my own money for it, please, please, that shit is $35 at best. So I will never pay for Nintendo games. I do not dispute their ability to charge whatever they want, but I know I will never participate. So that's why I'm against them. But everybody else, PlayStation, EA, Ubisoft, need you know what? Charge 100. Do what you gotta do, right? But I will pay whatever I think that product is worth to me. For example, I just played Clear Obscure Expedition 33. You guys know I love that game. That shit, if I knew how good that was, I would happily pay $150 Australian, which is like $100 for that game, you know? If I had a bit more change, that game is worth so much. That game is worth so much. In fact, it's worth so much that whatever DLC comes out next, whatever expansion comes out next, I'm there day fucking zero. Like, do you understand? They've got me. The next game, if they stick around and they make another game, they fucking pre-ordered even, and I never pre-order games, but I will pre-order their game. Like, bro, easy. Even if it's $80, easy, done. Don't even have to sell me on it. Don't even tell me what the game is. Just tell me it's the same team. Done. Finito. I don't need to hear anymore. But let's talk about Xbox games specifically. I want to stand by my statement. I'm not against $80 games. Again, a company is allowed to charge whatever they want. You are allowed to pay whatever you find acceptable. And this is where Xbox games and Nintendo games differ a lot. First of all, Xbox games, some of them anyway, well, actually, every single first party Xbox game will have a higher quality budget and production value than Nintendo games. Straight up. Even the shit ones, even Disavowed, even fucking Redfall still has better quality in terms of production value than freaking what was it called? Like a I don't know, Breath of Tears of Kingdom or whatever. Like games don't have to read text. Fuck out of here. Anyways, they can't write good stories for sure. Now listen, hey, listen. Xbox, they're just starting to write good stories. Okay, we're not gonna go too far. They used to do it in the past, back in the Xbox 360. It's been a lull for a while, but they're starting up again. Okay, listen, I've heard many things. For example, I've heard that South of Midnight, the action isn't great, but the story is amazing. So you know what? They're starting to write good stories. And I'm going to still bet that Xbox will create better stories in games than Nintendo straight up every day of the week. Doesn't even matter. They do go on sale. You see this? You see this shit? They do go on sale. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. They put them on sale. Also, they're going to be made available through Game Pass. Now you're going to say, well, Game Pass is going to get a price increase as well. Yeah, so what? Because I can just get it for the month if I want to, play that game that I want, as well as anything else that I might like, and then I'm done. Like what, $20 for the month to play like 2 or 3 games within that month, and then I can be done with it. So I can make the game, like, again, the ball is in my court. I can decide what I want to pay. I'm sorry, like, boy, they have Game Pass. Like, I'm a big fan of Game Pass. People always think like, oh, just because I think PlayStation Plus is better than Game Pass, which it is, by the way. Still, I still love Game Pass. I'm a big fan. I don't use it a lot. I've only used it like once in the last ever. Yeah, but that one time that I did use it for Hellblade 2, it was fantabulous. Okay, loved it. Oh, and also visuals are abysmal on Nintendo. Listen, are visuals great on Xbox games? Yeah, I wouldn't say so. Like, no. But they are better. That's for sure. That's for sure. Listen, Nintendo games deliver so little for how much they are charging. I'm just going to put it that way. They deliver so little value to me. Now, you could be the biggest Nintendo fan and you could be like, oh my god, Nintendo, oh my god, I love it, but that's blah, 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 blah. You're lying. You're lying. It's just, you're lying to yourself, you're trying to lie to me, and we don't like liars, all right? You're lying. You're lying. They are tragic. That's what they are. Okay. Yeah, but listen. Here's the thing. Xbox games used to be more tragic more of the time. Take a look at Hellblade 2. Tragic, right? Take a look at Disavowed. Tragic. Take a look at Halo Infinite. Tragic. Yeah, I know I'm not making a really good point for them, but here's the thing. They also have Forza Horizon 5. Seems not to be tragic. They also have South of Midnight. That seems to be just middling. That's not bad. Middling is great for them. I love it for them. That it's fantastic. Considering it's Xbox, middling is like, whew, what else do they have that's great? They have Doom the Dark Ages coming out. That looks phenomenal. That looks genuinely great, no regardless of who makes it. They had Starfield, which was a travesty, but I just hate them. They're getting better. They are getting more misses than hits right now as of May 2025. But what's coming on the horizon looks like more hits than misses. So they're going through a journey. Okay, it's like they're going through puberty and they're finding themselves. They got some new hormones, some growth hormones in their body in the form of acquisitions that were very expensive. But hey, that's settled now. What am I gonna do? Go back in time and still tell them not to buy Activision? Please. You know, and also, one fifth benefit here, which obviously I didn't need to put it for Nintendo, because I do believe in exclusive. But Microsoft doesn't believe in exclusives. So I get to play them where I want. If I want to play them on PlayStation, I can just wait for them to be released on PlayStation. A number of them will be released on day one. A few of them I'll have to wait for. It is what it is. Such is life. But then eventually they're going to go on sale even on PlayStation. So I can just wait longer if I decide that I don't want to pay $80 on PlayStation. Alternatively, I have this PC, this miserable piece of shit when it comes to gaming. If I truly hate myself, I can force myself to play on PC, which I tried to do recently for South of Midnight. But the Xbox Game Pass app on PC for certain of their games, not all of them. Hellblade 2, it recognized my DualSense and I was able to play without issue. But for South of Midnight, there was no DualSense support and no DualShock 4 support, which makes no sense to me because there are more PlayStation controllers out there in the world than there are Xbox controllers. Now, people are telling me that, oh, 90% of PC gamers use an Xbox controller. That wasn't my point. My point is numerically, there are more PlayStation controllers out there than Xbox controllers. So if Phil Spencer says that he wants to get more people playing on more screens or he wants to get access to people no matter which screen to play, you have to come to realization that if you want to entice people to try your game, even on PC, you should make the DualSense or at least the DualShock 4, PlayStation controller supported on PC so that, you know, people can try it. People that are on PlayStation don't have to go and buy another console. And that's a big advantage. Going back to this, listen, I don't have to buy another console for Xbox games. They'll be delivered right to my door if I just wait long enough to get them. And then once they're at my door, I can decide whatever price point I want to acquire them for. Because if I wait 2 or 3 years, they're going to be just like any other third party game. They're going to go down in price. They could be the like a Ubisoft game or an EA game, they'll go down in price eventually. Eventually, Forza Horizon 5 is going to be like $40 on PlayStation. Then eventually it's going to be $20. Then eventually it might even join PS Plus. They've put games on PS Plus in the interim since acquiring certain publishers. Doom, for example, Doom Eternal was on PS Plus. That was like way after the acquisition. So it's just like, bruh, like I have no issue with Microsoft, man, as far as the games thing. Listen, Xbox games, $80. Ah, I don't like it, but hey, listen, I'm not gonna do sleep over it. But the part that we need to discuss, listen, the part we need to discuss are these console price hikes. Now that, my friend, that hit different. That hits different. So going forward, here are the expected prices. These are all in US dollars, and this is in the US market. Listen, there's a few things that you could go through here. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about the price of accessories because I'm not buying Xbox accessories. If you feel sad about that, go ahead and confide in somebody who gives a shit. I'm going to talk about the price of the consoles. So first of all, the Series S 512. This is the one, the OG all the way from the beginning of the generation 2020. Instead of $300, it's going to be $380. That's an $80 price raise, which is nearly up by 30%, because 30% of 300 is $90. So that's nearly a 30% price hike. That is insane. And here's the thing. There is right now a bundle for PlayStation 5 digital with Astrobot, the game. Not Astros. Well, technically there's Astro's Playroom and Astrobot. So that's 2 games in there for $399. And that has a larger drive at 865. And that's only a $20 difference. And these prices are as active as of today. So right now they are active. $20 price difference for a console that is more powerful, comes with 2 fully fledged games, a shorter one and a bigger one. And because it's going to be the new SKU where they give you the digital, you will have the option to add on the disc in case you decide later that you actually want it physical as well. That's insane. That's $399 now. That's not the normal retail price, but that's the price that you could go out and buy it today. So obviously, that's going to change in the future. But that is, wow. That's a $20 price difference for a console that gives you. And also, let's not forget that the PS5 is like 2 to 3 times more powerful than the Xbox Series S. And it comes with 2 games, and it has an optional capacity to then in the future take discs, because you can just buy the add-on and you can just put it in, and then it looks exactly like the physical edition. That's a horrible look. That is a tremendously horrible look. In fact, even if the the digital console for PlayStation was just at $450, it still would be a horrible look. Okay, now you have the Xbox Series S 1 TB at $430. It is 3 times less powerful than the PS5, $30 more expensive, with no games, and you will never be able to convert it to take discs. That's insane. That is insane. Did they not look at the prices of PlayStation when they were doing this? What the fuck is going? Listen, what about the Xbox Series X digital? This is the one that you would think will compete against the PlayStation 5 digital, but that's now $550. They are selling the PlayStation 5 with two games at $400. That's $150 more. That's literally worse than the Xbox One to PlayStation 4 gap that people say killed the Xbox One. It's $50 more, 50% more of a gap. Yo, that, whoa, 550. And it comes with no way to ever convert it to take discs. It comes with no games in the box. It's $150 more. Yo, you'll be better off buying what is it? The Xbox, sorry, the PlayStation 5 digital with Astrobot and Astro Playroom built in, and then you will be capable. Boy, listen. Then you'll be capable to buy the disk drive. Then you could buy yourself another full price game or a whole bunch of cheaper games, or you could even get yourself a quite a number of months of PlayStation Plus Extra. Yo, listen, the math isn't mathing in your favor. But that is not all, because now the Xbox Series X, which now is the physical version, goes up against the PlayStation 5 disc version. Ooh. And that's at $600 now. The Xbox Series X is at $600 to start. I'm pretty sure the PlayStation 5 disc version is still at $499. $100 more. I don't know about if that one has an Astrobot version or something in the US, but that is insane. That is insane. Let's say PS5 Astrobot bundle US. No. Okay. I see. Do I see? I think I see. I do see, right? Yeah, I do see. Yeah, the PlayStation 5, this version, right? That one is going to be $449, and this is the US because it's PlayStation.com and US over here. So $449, whereas the Xbox Series X is going to be $600. So it's still $150 price difference. This one already includes the disc, so there's nothing else for you to do. And it comes with two games. Again, Astro's Playroom and Astrobot are going to be there available for you for free. Well, not for free, but as part of the bundle. Wow, that is insane. That's insane. That's genuinely like, what the fuck were you thinking? Insane. That is like, yo, why are we doing this? Insane. PS5 digital Astro Bot Bundle USA. Yeah, so here they are. So if you want to get this bundle right now in the US, you are looking at $399 for the digital version of the PS5, so no disc, or you're looking at $450. So really, there's only a $50 difference. This means that not only is it a great deal as it is, but it's actually better for you to just buy the digital version because then you also get the disc drive included for only $50 compared to I think $80 if you get it separately. Yeah. That is that's confronting. So let's look at the versions of these things that are going to go up against each other. I have so many tabs open. My apologies over here. I don't even know which fucking tab I was on. Let me tell you. This one? No, that is not that. That is B didn't show up because it's on full screen. Okay, there we go. Let's get everything there. Hopefully there was not any sensitive material on that screen. We're just gonna move past that. Okay, so if you wanted to compare, right? The Xbox Series S, because no, actually no, it'll be the Xbox Series X digital. That's the one that you should compare it against because it's the one that is performance parity with the PS5. The digital version, which will be equivalent to the PlayStation 5 digital, is 550 for the Xbox, 400 for the PlayStation 5. But the PlayStation 5 version comes with two extra games and the capacity to convert it into a digital based version for whatever reason. And as well as that, you can unconvert it. So, for example, let's say that for some reason you have a friend who decided to give you a ton of games physically. Like he's a collector, maybe he's been building up the PlayStation 5 library for a longer time. And he's like, hey, you know what? Get in here. I will give you the games that you need to play because I have them already. You know, this person will be able to give you that. You could go and you could buy the disc drive, play through those games, and then like 6 months later, you could absolutely unpair the disc drive, sell that off on the secondhand market, and go back to just having a digital console. That's insane. Get on my thing here just so I can double check what I'm doing. Okay, so now if you wanted to just go straight into the PlayStation 5 disc with the bundle at 450, the one you have to compare it against is the Xbox Series X physical, which is just not the digital version, at $600. So for each of them, it's a 150 price difference right now compared to the Xbox counterparts ever since this price increases. Oh man, that's a bad look. And the thing is that while the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 with disc are pretty much toe for toe as far as the console is concerned, you know, if you don't care about the nuances of the UI or the operating system or anything like that, this one still has two extra games in it. Well, again, they're not for free because you're paying for the console and the bundle, but they still will come with two extra games in there. And then you could go up against PlayStation Plus versus Xbox Game Pass to see which one you prefer. Spoiler alert: PlayStation Plus is still better, despite what people keep saying that Game Pass is the best value in gaming. I don't think it makes any sense unless you really love the Xbox ecosystem. Because when you look on the things on paper, PlayStation Plus is cheaper. It offers you a larger library of games. It offers you more Game of the Year contending games, and it's just great. Now, I will say that Xbox Game Pass has had a really good run the last 6 months or so. So it's been doing really, really well for itself. We can appreciate that, but still, overall, more value is found on the PlayStation side, according to moi. But at worst, it's a wash between the two. It's a toss up. It depends on your console preference. You should not be on PlayStation pining after Game Pass. You should not be on Xbox pining after PlayStation Plus. Basically, that's it. So now, if the consoles are so much cheaper, $150 is not nothing. That's a lot. That's a lot that can go into $150. If you keep it just into gaming, that's at least two full price games, which is insane. That's three clear obscure Expedition 33s, right? Like I think Split Fiction came out, I think Clear Obscure came out, and I think there was another game that was like really well received, and it was like an indie game, and it was only $50. You could buy all three of those for the same price as the Xbox camp. But if that wasn't bad enough, like if that didn't take the cake, this does. The Xbox Series X 2 TB Galaxy Special Edition will now be $730. This is the Stripper Glitter Xbox Series X. $730. This compares, actually, it doesn't compare. It doesn't compare at all to the PlayStation 5 Pro because it is still just an Xbox Series X. But the point is, the PS5 Pro will now be more powerful, have games that are optimized for it, have the 2 TB SSD matching the Xbox Series X 2 TB edition, and it will be $30 cheaper. Now, I think the thing is that the $700 is the price for the PlayStation 5 Pro without the disc. I'm pretty sure that's the version that you'll be able to get. So if you take a look here, the PS5 Pro, I don't even know if they have a disc bundle version. I don't think so. I think they give you only the digital version. Yeah. So as you can see there on the label, it is disc free. So this is the digital version. So technically you will still need to pay $50 to $80 or whatever in order to add the disk drive, in order to make it completely match. So if you add the disk drive, it will still jump over the price of the Xbox got 2 terabyte version, but just the digital version alone is going to be cheaper. Yeah, that's a bad look. That's a bad look. But enough about me, okay, and what I think about it. Because you guys know that at the end of the day, it's your money, man. Listen, if it's good for you, great. If you like it, I love it. If you love it, I love it too. Okay? But what I do want to say is that there's been a lot of hypocrisy from a lot of people. Because if you do remember, when the PlayStation 5 Pro came out, you heard all of the chants about how anti-consumer it is, how Sony is greedy and evil, and how they will never pay for this or never pay for that. Let's check out what these people are up to now. Starting with a good old friend, Firmware Ryan. Look at this dickhead. This guy says, Microsoft Spice Hack inspired me to buy a console today. And he shows the PlayStation 5 Pro. But here is the damage control. He says, as I've said on podcasts, I already plan to do this as I want the best day one GTA 6 experience. And since I'll not be shocked if Sony doesn't raise the Pro to $800 soon, I decided to act now. Do you see, this is the slimy, spineless, cowardly shit that I hate from the gaming community sometimes. If you are upset, and this is an if you are upset that Xbox games, Xbox accessories, and Xbox consoles have been raised, talk about Xbox. Mention Xbox. When I was upset at $80 Nintendo games, I didn't mention PlayStation and Xbox. I just talked about my grievance with Nintendo games. When I'm upset about PlayStation things, I talk about what PlayStation is doing. I don't mention Xbox or Nintendo. I mention PlayStation things. If you're upset about what Xbox is doing, just mention Xbox. That's it. But you cowards always need like mama skirts to hide behind and be like, oh, Sony's gonna do it too. Oh, Sony did it 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you're right. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Sony raised the prices of the console in many regions around the world, including Australia. The funny thing is that I didn't see anyone say, oh, well, be careful now, kids. Xbox will be doing the same thing soon. I didn't see that conversation. I must have missed it, but I didn't see it. But now, all I can see on my timeline is Sony will follow. Be afraid, PlayStation fan. And listen, you're probably right. I'm not even disputing it. But that's not the point of today. We're not talking about Sony today. We're talking about Xbox. So why don't you just talk about Xbox? Right? Like just keep it the same. Just keep it the same. A few weeks ago when Sony raised the prices around the globe, I didn't hear any talk about, oh, Nintendo's going to do the same. Oh, PlayStation's going to do the same. And also, can I just take a little moment to talk about my PC people? You console warrior wannabes. I don't know why you guys are always in these spaces, because clearly this isn't for you. It doesn't affect you. You don't want a console. Come on, you're better than that. And yet somehow, these dumbass motherfucking PC fans always want to be the ones included in the conversation. Nobody gives a fuck about you guys. Like, we don't give a fuck. Listen, you are paying $2,000 for a 5090. And that shit, sometimes this has to spontaneously go and Galaxy Note 7 itself and put itself on fire. Have you heard console fans talk about this shit? No, because we don't give a fuck. We don't care. We don't care. But then you have a bunch of PC fans now saying like, oh, this is why consoles are too expensive. I'm going to go build a PC. Like, what the fuck are you on about? Have you seen the price gouging on NVIDIA cards? Listen, NVIDIA has a markup so high on their cards. You're getting fleeced so hard that it will make Apple blush. Are you crazy? How are you guys going to be the ones to be like, oh, let me get my licks in here? No. No. You're the most pathetic of them all. I want to pay for $80 Nintendo games than I will for like fucking 5090s cards. Especially when they have to be sold by third-party vendors. Have you seen the prices of some of these things, bro? Have you seen the prices of some of these cards? And the $2,000 is like the fictional RRP. Because NVIDIA is going to make like 12 founders cards for the entire world. And then everything else will have to be borne by the third-party vendors. And they have to make the money on top of the RRP that NVIDIA has set out. So then you end up with like $2,500 in for a 5090. In Australia, it's like nearly $7,000. Nah, you don't believe me? Go ahead. It's okay. It's all right. We're just gonna do. We're just gonna go and we're just gonna show you because, bro, like you guys think I need to lie to you. Like, you know what? We don't even need to go far. Let's just go straight from Google. Okay, look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is the price of a 5090. Oh, look at that. I went too far. You know, let me go. You know what? Now let me just turn off this camera. You cannot actually. You see this shit? $7,000 right there. $7,000 for a 5090 in Australia. $7,000. Look, that's too expensive, man. You found an expensive version. Let's look at the MSI one. $6,300. This is the price in Australia. By comparison, the PlayStation 5 Pro in Australia, I think is like $1,300 is, you know, price Australia. Right there. Let's do it. Right, here we are. Boom, $1,200 right there. So you tell me which is bigger, $7,000 or $1,200. But let's make it easy, yeah? Let's just say it was $6,000. Let's say you found a really great deal. Because over here, this $6,300 one, you can see that the advertises as being on sale, right? But let's say it was just $6,000 for the 5090. That would be 5 times more than the PlayStation 5. 5 times. 12 times 5 is 60. 1,200 times 5 is 6,000. So forget about the extra 1,000 they will ask for you. Just at $6,000, it is 5 times the cost of the console. And that does not include the case, the chip, the motherboard, the RAM, the power supply, nothing. That's not the whole console. That's one part. So I get so frustrated when I see these goddamn PC cowards in my fucking face when we're talking about console prices. If you're not here, you're not a cook in this kitchen, get the fuck out. Okay? If like, bro, you claim all the time to be above this shit, and yet you're always the first to comment on this shit, and yet when shit happens in your own camp, we don't see you speak. Because the 5090 is only the worst of them all, just to show for illustrative purposes, but you can go down the stack and you're being fleeced on all of them. And yet people will compare the price of a single part of a PC as if it was the entire PC. I've had so many people be like, oh my God, why would I pay $500 for a PlayStation 5? I can get like a 5060 or a 3050 or a 3060 or a 4060 for like $349. It's like, yeah, what about the rest of the PC? Like, what the fuck are you guys on about? What about the rest? Where's the storage? You guys know that we all have PCs, right? Like, you're not the only ones to build PCs. I've built many PCs. I've built at least 3 PCs in my life. Those are just the ones I remember. Just the ones like in the last few years. Like, we know how many parts go in there. You're not fooling anyone by just comparing the price of a GPU to the price of an entire console. Get the fuck out of here. You're not included in this conversation. But listen, Xbox guys, let's go back to talking to us and the things that matter. Yeah, y'all are gonna have to answer for this one, but please just tell all of your people, all of your content creators, all of your fans and your fanboys, every one of them, just tell them, hey, you remember how you used to say that PlayStation was so greedy for $700 PS5 Pro? Yeah, tell them to put their work to Microsoft. Stop talking about PlayStation and saying, oh, PlayStation is going to do it. Yeah, you know what? Talk when PlayStation does it then. Because when PlayStation did it last time, you only talked about PlayStation. Now Xbox is doing it. You still want to talk about PlayStation? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Just talk about PlayStation when they do it. No one's denying they're going to do it. But only talk about them then. In the meantime, talk about your shit. Because this is the kind of cowardly attitude that has made it so that Xbox, for the longest time, has been killing itself until they're now at the state that they are at. Because no one ever wants to hold them just perfectly accountable all on their own. They always have to pad it out with distraction over here, distraction over there, false equivalencies, whataboutisms, and everything like that. No, just talk about PlayStation when PlayStation does it. Talk about Xbox when Xbox does it, and just let them get the entire heat of your fury. If you are raging about this, let them get it all on their own. But you're too cowardly to do that. Like, look at this fucking idiot over here, okay? Okay, I'm sorry, that was kind of mean. But still, I stand by it. Look at this fucking idiot over here. Post up. I'm sorry. Good morning. Blame the PlayStation and Nintendo communities who always defend the price increases, who've always stated they will pay $100 for the platform of choice content. Yeah, what the fuck does this have to do with us? So wait, we've been saying that we'll pay $100 for like God of War or Ghost or like Ghost of Yote or whatever. Yeah, let's say that we've been doing that. Let's say that we will do that. What the fuck does this have to do with us then? We didn't say this shit about your goddamn trash ass, fucking dumbass, fucking disgusting, stinky ass, fucking slanderously bad, awful ass, just disgusting ass games. We didn't say that shit about that. So the fuck is this saying? Like, what are you putting this on us? Why? why are we in the room? We always told you your games were trash and weren't worth the money. Well, what the fuck? Why is it that just because we said that, yeah, our platforms, you know what? I'll even take the hat for Nintendo guys, because I know Nintendo guys love their games. I have no issue with that. And sure, some of them have probably said that, yeah, they will pay like $100 for like a fucking Animal Kingdom or a freaking Breath of the Wild, or these are all the amazing experiences according to them, right? That they say that yeah, fully, yeah, no issues, no problem. But again, what the fuck does that have to do with us? What does Xbox have to do with us? No one ever said we'll pay. No one in this history has ever said that Xbox game was worth $100. Not a single person. Not a single person on this planet. Go ahead, check the record, check every history, check the browser history, check what people put when they go on private browsing, check what people put on the freaking sub, like Reddit, like, anonymous accounts. No one has ever said a single Xbox game on this planet in the entirety of history was ever worth $100. No one ever said that shit about your shit, you dumbass shit. What the fuck is this shit? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. It has nothing to do with us. Oh, I stand against these price increases. Shut the fuck up, post up. Jesus Christ. So, anyways, I just want to say it just pisses me off. Like, yo, what the fuck are you gonna blame me for? Yeah. I will pay $100 for Clay Obscure. Done. Easy. But what the fuck does that have to do with an Xbox game? Did I ever say that about an Xbox game? Well, what were you supposed to pay $100 for? What were we supposed to be excited about? What? Fucking Halo Infinite? Fucking Starfield? What? Redfall? Disavowed? What game was supposed to get this I don't know, this excitement from people? No one's ever said that shit about your games. So what the fuck does that have to do with the rest of us? And I'm sorry, listen, you guys are getting finally games that are worth like $50 and higher. But nowhere near 80, nowhere near 70. Okay, maybe 70. Maybe like there's like one or two games. Like, I think Doom looks really good. I'll give you that. Okay. Like Call of Duty, people liked it. I've never liked Call of Duty, but people liked it and they seem to think it was worth $70. In fact, I would say that they seem to think it was worth more than $70 because they keep buying microtransactions. So I guess it is what it is. We'll give you that too. But whoever said $100 were? Hey, listen. Xbox fans, own it. Own it. This is happening. Own it. We're not even saying it's your fault. That's the thing. I mean, could we argue that you guys should have given more pushback to many of the shitty things Xbox has done and many of the shitty promises they didn't deliver on? Sure, we could argue that. But I don't think I've seen anyone say, oh, it's your fault. It's just companies, and companies are assholes. Just complete greedy ass, just value destructive, just awful corporations that are soulless and that are just infinitely chasing infinite growth on a finite planet. And eventually, that shit can't work. You can't have infinite growth on a planet with finite resources. It doesn't like it's the most obvious contradiction in the world. And this goes for every single major corporation. I don't give a fuck who it is, including PlayStation, including Sony, including Toshiba. I don't fucking know. Whoever you think I would support as an Xbox, as a PlayStation fan, whoever, like, yes, if they're a major corporation, it goes for them too. As soon as these corporations go to an IPO and they are put on the fucking stock market or the stock exchange and they become a public facing company, they go to shit. Because now the primary driver is achieve infinite growth on this finite planet. There's a finite amount of gamers. There's a finite amount of gamers that are being interested in Xbox games. There's a finite number that are being interested in PlayStation games. There's a finite number that are being interested in Nintendo games. And yet all of these companies are all geared for infinite growth chasing. Where the fuck do you think that leads us? It leads us to places like this. And no one is even saying it's your fucking fault. But you can't just own it and be like, yeah, the company that I support, the platform that I prefer is doing a shitty thing. No, you have to chuck in not just the other company, but you have to chuck in their fans. Why? Because we are excited about the good quality that we actually get. Yeah, bro. If you didn't know, some of our games, they probably would have been worth like $100. Probably would have. Glad we didn't pay it, but it probably would have been. Yeah, they would have been. Again, I play Clear Obscure Expedition 33, one of the best games ever created of all time. Fight me about it. But I pay like what the equivalent of what, $50 for it? Okay, cool. Would I have paid $100 if I knew how great it was? Absolutely. Would I have? Sure. But I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't, because nobody wants to lose that much money. It is what it is, though. You have a trash ass console, trash ass platform, trash ass games for the longest. And when they finally start giving you decent things, they bring it to a console that actually likes quality. Why do you think that is? It is what it is. Was there any other news, people, that I want to talk about? I don't know. There was this small little tidbit here. Hollow Knight Silk Song will be available September 2025 at the Melbourne Museum. So, I mean, I guess I may visit. I don't know. I don't know if I will go. To be honest, I've just realized Silk Song is just taking way too long. I love Hollow Knight, but now I'm just like, bruh, I don't know. This game was going to. I was hyped to play this game because when I finished playing Hollow Knight, when I finished it, because I came to it very late, when I finished it, it was only supposed to be like a year out. In fact, it was supposed to already have released. So I was like, okay, I'm super hyped. I just finished playing this game, played for like 150 hours, loved Hollow Knight. Then I was like, done. I read all of the history and the lore. I deep dive. They went on the deep dives on the themes and everything that was going on. I got like super deep into it, and I was like, great, this is perfect because in a couple of months, boom, the new one will be out. Then it didn't come out. Then a year after that, it didn't come out. Then a year after that, it didn't come out. Then a year after that, it didn't come out. Apparently, this year now it's finally going to be shown to the public. Listen, I don't know. It has to sell me all over again. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. You know, that's like 2 videos in one day. That's like, well, I deserve a pat on my back or something. That's amazing. Listen, just to wrap up, I believe that there is a 50-50 chance. There's a fair chance. Let's put it this way. There's a fair likelihood that PlayStation will use this as an opportunity to raise the prices again. You can debate when it's going to happen. It could be right now, like just a tweet. It could be a tomorrow thing. It could be in a month. It could be after GTA 6. It could be in a year. It could be for next generation. I don't care. I will feel the way that I feel about it then. Like, it is what it is. But when it does happen, I'm not going to mention Xbox. I'm not going to mention Nintendo. I'm certainly not going to mention fucking trash ass PC. You know, I'm just going to be like, yep, this is what it is, and this is how I feel about it. That is what it is. So, Xbox guys, earn it. Earn it. Okay? Just earn it. Or go and tell Phil Spencer to reverse course. I don't know. Like, where did that guy go anyway? I thought you guys were supposed to like all be in the same group chat or whatever. Like, why can't you guys just talk to him? Just talk to him. Just talk to him. Just be like, hey, Billy D. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Just go have a chat with him. I don't know. I don't know what you guys do. So yeah, that's it. I'll let you go. Hey, listen, you know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. You know it. Go play Clair Obscur Expedition 33. By the way, it's on Game Pass. So if you want to make great use of both PC, it's on both PC and Xbox Game Pass. So if you're like, Emmanuel, I just don't have the $50 to be choking right now because you're telling me to play this game immediately and I didn't budget for that. I understand that. You know, I'm not conceited. I understand. Sometimes you just didn't plan for something. Go and try it on Game Pass. Play it there. And then if you love it, which you will, you can then budget to buy it at a later date. Or you can just keep playing it on Game Pass. I'm not going to shame you for playing on Game Pass. Go ahead and play it wherever you can. Just get access to it, please. Just don't pirate it, okay? Just don't pirate it because this game really deserves support. And also, now this reminds me of the conversation I wanted to have. Gamers right now are losing the shit over this $80 game thing. Okay. But they were also losing the shit over the whole $450 Nintendo thing and the thing. And then the Nintendo sold out, which I knew it was going to because, again, this is for children. And children do not give a fuck what the price is going to be. But also, the people that are lining up, let's face it, are more the sad types. I think that this is like whatever. The point is, you didn't stand the line. If you don't want to pay for $80 games that are of a high quality, let's pretend, right? Then what do you want to pay for? I would say send a message to the industry that Clair Obscur and other games like Split Fiction, right? That those kind of games that give you so much value and so much joy, but are only $50, send them the message that that's what you want. If you want all of these games from PlayStation or whatever to have lower budgets, but still give you a great experience, then go buy fucking Uncharted Lost Legacy. Go buy Clair Obscur. Go buy Split Fiction. Go buy like all of these other smaller title games like Miles Morales. You know, those kind of games of its ilk. Go buy those games and be like, I want more of this. A content in the package that looks like this and cost me something like this. You can't just speak and say nothing. Like your wallet has to speak too. Right? Money does all the talking with these companies. So if you don't like $80 games or $70 games, you know, then go and buy the $50 games, the $40 games, the $30 games, or buy those games that were $70 on sale when at $35. But point is, let yourself be in conversation, and part of the conversation, your money has to speak too. So I just want to say that, and stop buying fucking microtransactions. I'm so fucking tired of these things, bro. Like, listen, EA made $7 billion in net revenue last quarter or some shit, right? 5.5 billion of that, or something like that, was from live service games. Now, obviously, part of that is a box sale, but I would say probably 4 billion of that was microtransactions. Gamers keep saying that they don't want these shits, and yet you keep paying for it. Like, stop buying fucking skins, boy. You're part of the problem. Like, I hate these things. And again, I see people on podcasts and they're like, oh, I never pay for a $7 game. And they're like, oh, I spent $3,000 in fucking skins. I want to strangle you. Yo. Okay, I'm sorry. That's violent. I want to choke you till you puke. That's what I mean to say. Like, bro, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you pay more than $50 in skins in any game, no matter what it is, you're fucking idiot. Especially doubly fucking idiot if you also want to stand against any kind of price increase on the base rate of base games. Especially if those games do not ask for any more money out of you. Clair Obscur, for example, is $50 and it never asks for more money out of you. Never once do you see any in-game prompt or any storefront or anything like that. Okay, cool. A Death Stranding 2 is probably, we don't know, right? We don't know. But it's probably not going to ask more money than the $70 asking price. But people that say that they are not for the $70 asking price will somehow go and play a free-to-pay game or a $40 or $50 or $60 or $70 box game with a huge microtransaction economy and then actively participate and spend hundreds of dollars in that economy. And then they're like, oh, well, how could Ghost of Yoda cost $70? It's like, boy, you have no leg to stand on. You're paying $50 for like a single skin. That was actually just a colorway rework of an original skin. Like, they just changed the colors from like black and white to like blue and purple, but it's the same jacket, same vest, same everything. And you pay $15 for that. And then you want to come to us and act higher than thou, being like, oh, I will never pay for an $80 game. Like, boy, you're doing worse. You're the reason the industry is in the shitter. You're the reason that everybody wants to chase live service. Because this is the direction you're forcing. Listen, companies cannot set where we go. We decide as consumers and customers and clients what it is that we want from them. And if we keep voting like, yeah, hey, give me that Warzone. Give me that Warzone skin and let me just shower you with this money. Give me that Valorant skin, let me just shower you with this money. Give me that Team Fortress or that League of Legends or whatever it is. And I'm just going to give you hundreds or if not thousands of dollars for this thing that for some of them were supposed to be free to play. Then you're mad at Sony for trying to have 12 live service games. Like, are you a fucking idiot, bro? Are you an idiot? Like, bro, if I was a dating agent, like a dating agency or whatever, and I see you just keep swiping right on every single girl that has a particular look, okay? Let's say that she's got a big chest and wide hips, and you just keep swiping right on them, okay? Don't be complaining when I adjust my algorithm to just show you girls that keep looking like that one stereotype. Don't be like, oh no, I just, all of these girls, with these looks and everything, they have this particular attitude and I don't like that and I don't want girls like that. No, because that's what you choose. That's why you keep spending your time and attention on. That's what you spend your money on, that you pay me fees so I can give you the numbers or open up a chat for you. And that's what I'm going to give you. I don't give a fuck if you tell me that, oh, you want like a girl that looks Arabian or you want a girl that looks like from the Maldives or you want a girl that looks Vietnamese or you want a girl that looks Chinese. No, bro, there will be no ease. I'm just going to give you the one that has the archetype that you keep swiping right on. That's it. And that's exactly what's happening with these gaming companies. They're just giving you what you're telling them through your money. Because words on the tweeters means nothing. So I'm just so tired of these goddamn freaking idiots on the internet that come to gaming podcasts, come to gaming spaces, say that they spent $3,000 on skins over the year, and then at the same time they want to act, oh my God, it's so deplorable. God, it's so deplorable about these $70 games and these $80 games. Oh my God, on PC we get it for so much cheaper. Oh, I can go on CD keys and I can have the game cheaper. What the fuck's the point of having the game cheaper if in another game you're gonna go spend thousands of dollars on trash? Man, bruh. Listen, gaming community is full of too many frauds. There are frauds on the Xbox side, there are frauds on the PlayStation side, there are frauds on the Nintendo side. There are frauds in the media. There are fraud companies. There are fraud CEOs. Like, whoa, who actually sticks to the guns? People like me. You remember how I was upset that Helldivers 2 did not offer a exemption from PlayStation Plus for PlayStation customers, even though the people on PC did not have to pay the internet? I said that because of that, I would not buy Helldivers 2. To this day, I still haven't bought Helldivers 2 because I actually meant it. Because I'm like, no, I'm not going to support this, so my money isn't going to go to you. It's been on sale. I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for Helldivers 2. Okay, if I ever pay for Helldivers 2, I will make sure it's a secondhand copy because I'm not giving Sony my money. And if I do start playing it, I'm not paying for any skins, bro. I'm not giving you money. I'm not rewarding you for this. Like, yo, what are we doing? What are we doing as people? What are we doing as a community? Like, where is the part where people actually take ownership of like their actions? Because it's so easy for people to pretend to be so outraged and then they go line up for the Nintendo Switch 2. And you best believe they're going to, because everyone's going to be like, oh, well, Emmanuel, the $50 thing, with the, it's $450, but that's not that bad. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think $450 is a bad price for the console. I think it feels to me slightly overpriced, but not to the extent where I would boycott it myself. And I'm talking about me. But the $80 games, everybody wants to go up after that. And yeah, when Mario Kart World comes out, that shit is going to sell like, I don't know, fucking ice cream in the middle of a toy store. I don't know what analogy to give you. It's going to sell like oxygen in space. Like, bro, it's going to sell no matter the premium. And that's because these dumbass people on the internet, they can make Twitter posts and Facebook posts and an IG posts and all of these things. But then when it comes to shove, they will fold. Like origami. They will fold. Like paper cranes. They will fold. So just accept it. We have to own it too as a community that we are equally a part of the problem. Because whether I like it or not, too many gamers go ahead and spend their money in things that encourage gaming to go in a direction that I do not want. And yet when I tell those people go and play Clear Obscure or go and play Split Fiction or go and play God of War or go and play Horizon or go and play Slay the Spire or go and play any other game that is a full package and ask a fair price in exchange of the value that it gives, they're going to look at me and be like, I'm crazy. Bruh, y'all piss me off. Anyways, I'm pissed off now. So I hope that you guys are pissed off too, because shit, misery loves company or some shit. Anyways, go and play Clear Obscure, Expedition 33. It's life changing. It'll make you feel better about this and the end of this video and everything like that. I'm going to go do the same myself because I want to have a good time. So yeah, it's going to be great. You're going to love it. And I'm going to love the fact that one day you're going to be like, damn, Emmanuel, you convinced me to play that game immediately because I had it on my radar and I was going to play it, but I was going to delay it. But you just kept insisting over and over again that I was like, fine, fuck it, let me pay for it. Or let me play it through Game Pass. And then I was like, damn, thank you for doing that. That's what you're going to say to me. You're welcome, by the way. Yeah, I'm great.